Hello there, my name's Harry the Piano and this is Trinity Rock and Pop. Today we're looking at keyboards for grade 8 in a jazz funk style. This is quite a complicated fusion of lots of different elements. We've obviously got jazz elements in the way we're using improvisation in our right hand. We've got very rhythmic elements as well. And in this style with your left hand, which is usually be playing the bass line up to now, you might jump up and use it as a kind of rhythmic thing to help you in your accompaniment patterns. Little ghosted notes like this. So just using little extra notes in between that hardly sound. Which is kind of an accompaniment pattern, but it's also quite cool to use in your soloing. Now scales that we're using here, our old friend the blues scale and minor pentatonics. We've also got major scales because we've got a lot of different chords to play over. And one of the elements of this style that really make it stand out as funk is what we call the push. So if you've got a bar of C minor going to a bar of F minor 7, say, rather than playing all 4 beats on the C minor and then all 4 beats on the F minor, on the 8th quaver of the bar, you might go to the F minor a little bit early. This is what we call a push. So it will sound like this. Now, one of the effects of pushing chords forward like that almost makes it feel as if it's speeding up, because the one of the next bar sounds like it comes early, so it sounds like you're racing ahead of yourself. But actually the tempo in these is almost more important than any other style that is absolutely solid. So what that does, that pushing the chord early forward, gives it a real drive and sense of moving forward all the time. Dynamically, it's not, you probably wouldn't use things like ghost notes and subtleties like that in jazz funk. It's all sort of fairly high energy in terms of your dynamics, and the range is something that really opens out in this style. You would do the scales right up to the top of the piano. So for example, on the second chord in our example, we've got D flat major 7. Rather than just going, you might have a phrase like, using the whole range of the piano. And right at the end, we've got our no chord break. Now, for most keyboard players coming to this, they think that's the chance to show off and do their best licks and all that thing that we've talked about in other grades. But I'm a real advocate of strong and simple in this. When the whole band is finished, sometimes just a little 2-note phrase played really strongly will sound better than anything else, like. And then the band's back in. And that, to my mind, if it's really strong and in time, even though it's not the most technically difficult to play, is much more effective. And we'll try and play through our example now, incorporating all of those elements.